Welcome back to Ron's Rides, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where I'm here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach and have yet another used Alfa Romeo Stelvio. I just did the red pre-owned Stelvio for you guys and it actually sold. So if you guys did see that video and you are interested, that car has been sold, but they have another one here. I told you this is a good time to be in the market for used Alfa Romeos. There's a used one right behind me, a 2018 Stelvio TI Sport, loaded up. So I want to show you guys this car, take it for a spin. I'll give you guys the price, the mileage, and the options on the car so you guys can see if this is something you might be interested in, or if you want to find a Stelvio anywhere else, you'll kind of know what they'll run you depending on the options and the mileage. So let's go down into it, check it out, see what you guys think. Let's go over some quick fire specs of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio TI Sport while she's all opened up. So let's talk about a few things. First, all-wheel drive Q4 intelligent system, which means it's not using that all-wheel drive all the time. Now for 2018, which this is a 2018 model, you can only get the all-wheel drive versions. In 2019, you can get an all-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive Stelvio. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for a rear-wheel drive, you have to look at a 2019. The 2018s are only all-wheel drive. Your gas mileage for this Stelvio is 22 city and 28 highway. All right, now with this, you're looking at a sport utility body, obviously, right? Your wheelbase is in 111 inches. All right, your width, max without mirrors, is 74.9 inches, and your overall height is 66 inches. Your total curb weight for the 2018 all-wheel drive system will be 4,044 pounds. Now with this, you get alarm, backup camera, cruise control, anti-theft system, HIDs, all that stuff, and we'll go over the options very shortly. Now this is a 5-passenger capacity car. Obviously you can tell it's, you know, not the smallest thing in the world, but at the same time you do have decent space in the front and rear. We'll talk more about that cargo volume, which is 56.5 cubic feet of space. So if you look back here, you get all that space, you get to fold down all 3 seats, all right, and you get privacy, your privacy shade here and your privacy shade pull out there. But all 3 seats do fold down with the press of a button on each side or with the pull tab right here down the center. Now sticking with that cargo, your front headroom is 40.2 inches, your front leg room is 36.6 inches, all right, and then on this side here for the passenger side, your headroom is 38.9 inches, and then your leg room is 35.9 inches. Now you also have the cargo volume for the seat in the back. So the seats in the back, 18.5 cubic feet of space on your leg room here. Now let's talk about those performance figures. The inline 4-cylinder, 2-liter, 280 horsepower motor with 306 foot-pounds of torque with this ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. Now the spec we're looking at is black on black. We have the Volcano metallic black for the exterior paint, all right, which is an added $600 option. And then you have the black interior or Netto interior. Now with this, you have the aluminum sport wheels that are 20 inches with the red caliper and white script. Now if you had the 2019 version of this, you could get it in the Netto Edizione package, which would black out these wheels here and a sport wheel option. But this is a 2018, so that option was not available. Also in the Netto package, you'd be able to black out the front grille there, the rear valance, and the exhaust tips with the badges. Now you do get a little bit of added black touches because this is a sport model. You do get the black moldings on the window surroundings and on the roof rails. So that gets there automatically when you have it in the sport package. So it's a nice touch to it with the windows tinted. This thing looks pretty sinister. I really like the black on black look. I would definitely take the Netto Edizione package if I got a 2019 because you get the rear valance in black and the wheels in black with the badges, the chrome tips in black. But if you don't like all that black, you like a little bit of contrast, I think this is a good one to go for, especially with the sportier look with the red calipers. And I mean, it's just a good combo together. Now check out that metallic flake. You definitely see a lot of it here in the sun. It has so many different colors. I don't even know how to even describe it. It's like turquoise, pink, purple. I mean, you don't really see it like that until you get up on it, but there are so many different colors in this black metallic flake. It is really cool to look at when you get up close. It's definitely worth the $600 extra that you pay for this. I think that if you do get the black, get something like this just to stand out that much more. Inside you have a couple of things like the dark wood trim here. All right, then you have the black on black. You have the sport seats. This is the TI Sport. You have the nice bolstering on the side. All right, the extra thigh support, and it's done in black with the nice perforated leather there. All right, these look very good and they perform very well. They do what they're supposed to do. Again, you'll see that in the drive footage when we do that in just a moment. You do have the nice big Italian paddle shifters with this package, flat bottom steering wheel, heated seats, very nice looking together. We'll hop inside. Before we do that, right underneath, you do have those aluminum brake pedals that I love the most because of the sharp edges. They make them look super aggressive, super sporty, how they're supposed to look. Now, we've done plenty of videos inside of an Alfa Romeo, let alone a Stelvio. So I'll refer you guys back to those videos of me going through everything, you know, just all the different options and everything that you could have. But let's talk about the options that this car has here. So we did talk about this TI Sport package. So that will come with those pedals, that will come with the paddles here, that will come with the seats, the sport seats, all right? And then you got something in here called the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system, which you'll see here, which is a $900 option. So you do have the upgraded Harman Kardon system. You do have the dark wood here for your trim, all right? And then you have the driver assistance packages as well, static and dynamic. So if I close this and then I roll down the window, you can see very well that there's a triangle there where my blind spot indicator will be. So you'll know that you'll have the blind spot indicator and you'll have the parking sensors because that's part of that package. But you also have the dynamic package and static package, so you get both of them. With this, you do have right there the lane departure warning. You see it right there? Lane departure warning, so you'll see that right away. If I were to press that, and then you see it pop up there, on the dash, lane departure warning there too. All right, so you're gonna get your forward collision, your lane departure, your dynamic cruise control. All right, so you'll be able to adjust the cruise control with this button here. Again, this is only part of these driver assistance packages. This one also has navigation. So we noted that in the red one that I just reviewed, it did not have navigation, and how important that was if you want navigation for your 2018 models, because for 2018, you could retrofit the Apple CarPlay Android Auto. It came standard in 2019 models. So make sure that if you go for 2018 and you want to use the navigation on the screen, then you have to have navigation here and there's no blank button. But if you don't care about it, you can just use your phone and stick it to your HVAC vents or to your glass or your windshield. You can do that. For 2019, all you gotta do is plug it in and you can have Android CarPlay, Android CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, stuff like that. So make note of that as well, but this one does come with navigation and a big 8.8-inch screen, which is an upgrade from the 6.5. All right, so with that, you do not have a sunroof. Again, like the other one, there's no sunroof here, and again, that should be subjective. Some people like the sunroof, some people don't care for it as much because of the fact that lets in too much heat to them. They do have a shade over the sunroof, but you know, I mean, it's Florida, it's hot here, so I understand, especially with a black on black car, you might not want to, you know, allow the light any kind of opportunity to even get in the car. So you might just want to shut that down right away. 8-speed ZF, as we noted, dynamic mode, natural, advanced efficiency, best fuel economy, everyday driving. That's where you really want to turn it up. And then the 2-track system for the transmission. All right, so you do have your neutral, drive, reverse, go up for reverse, back for drive, over for manual, and P for park. A lot of people have to get adjusted to the up for reverse. They always want to go back for reverse. I've noticed when I've taken test drives or taken people for test drives, they always want to do this to go in reverse, but it's up for reverse, all right? And then you do have your backup camera there with the surround top view for your sensors up front and rear. All right, no side sensors. And this is the best you get for your backup camera, which I know Alfa will improve on this, but it's a pretty small backup camera. It does the trick for the most part. You do have to rely on your eyes too, because of the fact that it has a small viewable for the back windshield, all right? So the viewing quality there isn't the best, so you do have to rely on your eyes and the backup camera. Now let's check out the mileage. 19,637 miles. All right, so this is a 2018 model, which means that if this person got it last year, they probably drove it a pretty good amount. Now we're halfway through 2019, so this is going to be, you know, estimated a year and a half worth of driving this car. So they drove it how they were supposed to, as the average person drives 12,000 miles a year. I'll shut up talking about it. Let's just go for a drive. Now the Stelvios are always fun to drive. Obviously I enjoy most cars in your sport mode or your manual mode or anything like that. So I'm definitely, you know, want to really have that driving experience where I'm in control of the vehicle as far as shifting and the RPMs, both hands on the wheel when I'm really going at it. But with the Stelvio, it's just so easy to drive. I mean, this thing, the steering response, if anybody knows anything about Alfa Romeo in general, the Giulia or the Stelvio, the steering response is incredible. I'm coming up to a turn right now, and look at that. I mean, it's crazy, and it sticks to the road. I'm not fishtailing. I turn left, I turn right. I mean, the way you can get in and out of corners in this thing is just crazy. And the way that it sticks to the ground, there's no body roll. I mean, this thing is just, it's a handling machine. It's obviously a performance machine as much as it can be, with it being 280 horsepower, which I say that a lot of people, you know, would agree that it seems like it's underpowered. At the same time, I think Alfa is kind of being modest on their horsepower for this. I think it's a little bit more than 280, at least it feels like it when it's in dynamic mode, where you're getting your most throttle response. But this thing just kicks up like crazy, and with the kind of handling you have, you can come out of turns so easily. It's very effortless, and it's very mistake proof, shall I call it. You know, if say somehow you're not paying attention on the road, and say you're not using your lane departure warning, and you catch yourself going over a line, you can easily correct that, and you don't have to really oversteer, because of the fact that it sticks. So if you need to correct yourself from even oversteering, you can get right back to where you need to be that easily. And I'm doing this with one hand. It's crazy. But let's put it in manual mode. Obviously I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with manual mode. And you know, you have this 8-speed ZF transmission, so you know, you do have plenty of gears to burst through, but it is good on fuel economy too. But we're not looking for fuel economy right now. That's fun. That is fun. It's a great SUV, and it's a great 4-cylinder SUV. Now, it's not something that is going to sound how it feels. You know, this thing can kick up, but you're not going to hear it as much with it being a 2-liter. So that's something you have to keep in mind, you know, when you are driving this car. It is a cruiser. It is something that can perform, and it's something that can handle, but you're not going to get that overall feeling with the sound. Now, I think this does the job as well as it needs to, if not better than it needs to. But I mean, brakes, Brembo brakes, stop of a dime, and then that intelligent all-wheel drive. Q4 system kicks in when it needs to, not always on. It's within milliseconds. I don't lose traction in this thing. I mean, you've seen the commercials with the Stelvio on the ice rink. I mean, it's just a fun car to be in. It's a fun car to take around on a little cruise. I mean, you can, and I'm sure people can vouch for me on this. I'm sure somebody who's owned a Stelvio has probably taken it in the canyons out there in California, maybe in Mulholland Drive or something, and really had fun with this thing. And you wouldn't think that normally for an SUV, unless you're talking about, you know, a Porsche or anything like that. But Alfa really has made something incredibly special, and it doesn't have to be the twin turbo V6. That's the thing. You know, you can still have some fun in this, and the only biggest thing you'll miss is the sound, you know, but it still has decent performance. It still has excellent handling. It's still very quick off the line. Don't confuse quick with fast. Quick is more on the 0 to 60, or just, you know, it feels quick, you know, as it puts you back in your seat, torque and everything on that fact. But, you know, fast is obviously top speed and quickness together. But this thing does a little bit of both. I'm just very happy with it. Overall, the seating with the sport seats feels super good on your back. Feels really nice when it's holding you in on the sides, especially if you're taking corners like this. You're not sliding at all. You're not moving. All right, and then you have the nice flat bottom steering wheel, leather. You have the big Italian paddle shifters. It's just a nice place to be focused and, you know, really concentrating on the task at hand. And with the aluminum pedals here, this is just, it's not the soccer mom car, you know. It's not one that you would think that is just going to get back and forth to school, back and forth to the grocery store. I mean, it could do that very well, but if you really want to buckle down on it and say, I'm gonna do this, then you can at a drop of a dime. And then you say, you know what, I'm gonna dial it down a little bit, put it back in normal mode, put it on advanced efficiency, and now you're saving the most fuel economy while still having a beautiful looking machine that if you wanted to kick it into gear, you can. And that's the best things that this Alfa Romeo Stelvio does, in my opinion. Best of all worlds. All right, so after taking a ride with me and experiencing this 2018 Alfa Romeo TI Sport, we should probably tell you the price, right? Now, brand new a year and a half ago, this car would have cost you about $52,000. Now, I know that just because of options. Now, having worked here before, I know all the different options and how much they cost and what they max out at. Now, the biggest thing that this is missing is the paint, which the Trofeo white paint or the Rosso Competizione paint, those are $2,200 paints, all right? This is only a $600 upgraded paint. And then the sunroof, $1,300. So when you add those onto the difference, it's about $52,000 brand new. Now, what you'll pay for today, after everything is said and done, is probably around $40,000. Now, it is listed at $35,000. Then you gotta add taxes and fees and all that kind of stuff, which you'll probably look at around $5,000 for all the after-sales stuff, like the taxes, depending on where you're buying this at. If you're buying this in a different state, the taxes are different, all right? But here in Florida, this is what it's looking like, about that price for this Stelvio. So what do you guys think, knowing what you'll pay for this, the different types of options it has on it, and the mileage on it? Are you guys digging it? So guys, if you do love this Alfa Romeo Stelvio for 2018 with 19,000 miles on it at $35,000, definitely hit up Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach. They will hook you up. Promise you. Just let them know that RonsRides sent you. I want to thank them for letting me borrow the car today so I can show you guys all the features, the price, take it for a drive, and really show you what it could do. Now, I'll leave their number and everything in the description below, but make sure you guys check out their website, which I'll link below too, so you can see their latest inventory for this dealership. Now, with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and going for a spin with me today. If you did, definitely give the video a thumbs up. It helps get the video up in the rankings if you give it a like, and it gets more people to see the video so we can talk more about the Alfa Romeos. Now, if you guys also want to support the channel, I have a link down in the description for a one-time donation through PayPal. If you guys want to help out, send $1, $2, doesn't matter, anything is appreciated. Also have a Patreon donation as well, you can do that. Or you can check out my social media links, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, always post memes, pictures of cars, and videos. Definitely check me out. But thank you so much, guys, for spending your time with me today. Hopefully you enjoyed the Stelvio. Hopefully somebody comes and picks it up and takes it home and enjoys it as much as you can without letting it sit on here on the lot. Guys, we'll see you in the next RonsRides video. Be blessed, drive safe, see ya, peace.